I did a lot more while I was gone, but I don't know if y'all actually care about the gameplay. I did a lot more though. I'm getting a little base. I found a iBone too, so that's cool. Anyway, Jack in the Box. This is a really stupid one, and I love it. It's like my favorite story to tell basically anybody because it's been such a running joke for so long in my friend group. I used to play Red Dead Online a very, very large amount with this group of friends, right? We had a couple people. I think I have a couple videos of it, but that was like a different group of friends. I had a separate like offshoot thing, you know. It was Extrinity, of course, because I'm gonna mention him every video. I swear to God. And then it was I'll call him the Big C, because I can't come up with creative names, so they're just called the Big something. So you have Extrinity, the Big C, and I mentioned his name in all of my Red Dead videos, so I'm just gonna say it anyway. But Dustin, dude named Dustin, that I do not know in real life, but Big C and Extrinity I know IRL. So Big C, Extrinity, and Dustin, like we're all playing Red Dead, right? Or just goofing around and online, and we start getting a little bored. So Dustin comes up with the brilliant idea of prank calling random restaurants, that's normal. They tend to do that while playing games. So we were in this PlayStation party, right? So we all had access to our phones. It's not like we were on like a call on our phones. And so I think Dustin goes first. He calls some pizza place. I think it was Pizza Hut. I don't know what pizza restaurant chain it was, but he also told us to call after him and ask for the stripper pizza special. And this was specifically targeted at a friend of his that worked there. And so all of us decided to go through with it, right? And that was funny. You know, it kind of pissed off Dustin's friend, right? And so we just start calling, like we call McDonald's. I think we called a couple other restaurants. But the main point is that at some point, I think someone came up with the idea. It might have been me, of calling a Jack in the Box. Because I'm gonna be so for real, nobody actually eats at Jack in the Box unless they're like desperate. I don't think I've seen a single soul go, "Hey, let's eat Jack in the Box tonight." Like nobody goes out of their way to get Jack in the Box. It's a very forgotten about restaurant. I forget it exists. We're basically going across the entire coast with Jack in the Boxes. And then I think what we decided to do was call each Jack in the Box and ask why Jack's in the box for every single one of them. So I just imagine, like, the same, like, Jack in the Boxes in the same area, like, 5 of them get the same call about, like, why is Jack in the Box? And just alert the others that something's happening. They have the Jack in the Box eternal alarm system. I need food really badly. I'm gonna starve in this game about not starving. We call asking why Jack's in the Box, because, okay, Jack in the Box is a really weird thing where instead of placing an order online, you ask questions. So you don't place an order like a normal restaurant's phone line would. You ask them questions, which I guess makes sense, because I don't think anyone really knows what happens at a Jack in the Box. I don't think you really know what you get there. I think you just like get whatever's there. Calling this Jack in the Box, we have to ask a normal question first to actually get in so they won't hang up on us instantly. They'll think we're actually calling for normal reasons. And so we decide to ask if they sell croissants. For every single Jack in the Box, we ask the same question. So I just want to tell you, if you go and call a Jack in the Box right now and ask them if they sell croissants, there's about a 90% chance that they will hang up on you instantly now. Because we did it so much that they started hanging up on us when we asked about the croissants. That isn't even a weird question yet. So, just let it be known that they are now traumatized by that question. So please ask them that so that you can get perma-banned from all of their phone numbers. Dustin keeps calling these Jack in the Boxes. It's mainly Dustin. A couple of us also do it, like the other ones also do it, including me. I think I did it twice. But it's mainly Dustin calling different Jack in the Boxes across the entire United States in order to ask them why Jack's in the box. You know, valid question. Why is he? And we're in a grass biome, so I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm so gonna die. It's Jover. Yep, it's Jover. That sucks. You're kidding me? Anyway, this is calling these Jack in the Boxes, right? Ask them, do you sell croissants? And then, why is Jack in the Box? Or I think we rephrased it a couple times. I think one time I pretended to be an employee from HR with a Hosea Matthews voice. It was just like, we got a call from HR that someone was jacking in the box. And the funny part about that is if you say something so crazy, they don't even instantly hang up on you. They just like give a minute to process it, and then they decide whether or not they want to play with your bit or just leave. It's so funny just hearing the dude on the other end of the line just like take his time thinking about what you just said. Who jacked in the box? He literally asked me like 3 times. He was like, what? And then he hung up. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I tend to do that when I tell these stories. Anyway, Dustin is calling these Jack in the Boxes. And then one time, when he's going to call one, and I think like somewhere on the West Coast, I think it was like Seattle, and he gets one ring in, and then it goes straight to this weird voicemail. I don't remember what the voicemail said. I wish I did. But it goes straight to this weird voicemail. And so he's like, oh, that's weird. They must be closed or something. And then he goes to a completely different state, like Midwest states. And it also only rings once and shows this weird voicemail. So we try listening to the voicemail, but it's like really bad audio quality. So we have no clue what it's saying. And so he's just like, okay, something's happening. So I say, call a different one on the complete opposite side of the United States. And so he does. He calls one East Coast. And it does the same thing. And so we all come to the conclusion that this man must have been blacklisted from every Jack in the Box number in the US. Because we tried so many times after that, and every single time it was one ring, voicemail. So there's about like a 90% chance this man got blocked from every Jack in the Box's number. Like, imagine getting put on Jack in the Box's version of the no-fly list. That's what basically happened. They're like, okay, well, someone else has to call them now. So I decided to call them. And it gets even weirder than him getting blacklisted from every Jack in the Box. That's not even the main point. I called one of these Jack in the Boxes. Dude picks up the phone. He's clearly very tired. He just wants to clock out. And I asked him the same question every single other Jack in the Box has been asked, which is, why is Jack in the Box? And he is the one dude who, when I asked him, he replied almost crazier than anything we've said to any of these poor employees. He goes, I know where Jack is. Playing along with the bit. That is great. And then he says, he's dead in the box. For no reason. Out of nowhere. This dude just goes, yeah, he's dead in the box. What? And so I'm like fake crying, and I go, what did they do to him? What did they do to Jack? I remember this very vividly. It was amazing. And I go, what did they do to Jack? And he literally says, I killed him. He's dead in the box. And then hangs up. This dude hangs up after that. So he could have, for all he knows, it could have been like an 8-year-old kid deciding to prank call a Jack in the Box because he thought it was funny. And he just found out that Jack is apparently dead. This manager, which by the way, he is chill as hell. He kind of made me mad at the beginning because of some of the stuff that he did like after this. But he's like low-key really chill from like once he started playing along with the bit like super hard. But so instead I decided to get someone else to call him. I think I got Extrainy to call him back next and ask why Jack's in the box, like crying almost. Because we decided the bit, instead of it just being why is Jack in the box, you know, funny joke, haha, it's that we're gonna be like sobbing in tears like he's a missing person. He decides to call again, acting like Jack is like his dead family member that he's been searching for years. And this dude's like, yo, stop playing, stop calling this number, you're wasting company time. It's like 2 a.m. by the way. Nobody's ordering from Jack in the Box right now. And then he says something like, I think he goes like, I can see your address on the phone call. Which, crazy thing to say to a group of teenagers. But he goes, I can see your address on the phone call. I will pull up. No, you won't. By the way, the Jack in the Box we were calling was states away from where we are. This man was not pulling up. And she goes, I'll pull up, I'll call the cops. I was like, you're really gonna call the cops on a Jack in the Box? Seriously, you have nothing to do in your workday. Like, this is your only entertainment at this point. We call him a couple more times after that on VPNs, then just to, like, get at him and make him think that we're calling from Canada, so then he doesn't have our address. Even though we knew he wasn't going to do anything. It was just that he didn't have it anyway. We keep on doing this, and finally he's like, nah, y'all are funny. Like, he complete change of heart, by the way. He just goes, nah, y'all are funny, I fuck with y'all. And then he starts playing it, because I call him one more time. I think it's the last time I call. I call him one more time. He keeps on saying, okay, y'all are funny, but stop it. And so I decide to, like, after he says stop it, I just, like, do a last final, like, pretending like I'm crying thing and hang up on him. And you want to know what this manager of a Jack in the Box does with a company phone? He memorizes the number and calls me back, like, 5 minutes later. So we're just back to playing Red Dead because we're like, okay, we ran the Jack in the Box joke dry. And I just hear my phone ring, and I'm like, oh, who's calling me? It's the Jack in the Box. It's the manager calling me. He called me back. He memorized my number and called me back. For zero reason, by the way. I don't even know why. I still don't know why he just felt like calling me back. We're all laughing about it. We're like, why would he call me back? I had to mute because I was dying laughing the moment that I heard his voice. But then I went back into, like, the fake crying, which theater saved my life in this moment. But I went back to the fake crying, acting like he was a missing person again. And this dude goes, you want to find Jack? You want to find Jack? You want to know why where he is? Why he's in the box? I go, yes, I do. And then he goes, look in the sky. Like Jack in the Box is some sort of weird alien death cult. He goes, look in the sky. So I'm like, is he in the great Jack beyond? Is he in the great box in the sky? He goes, yeah, check the backwoods. I don't know what he meant by check the backwoods. Like, where is Jack supposed to be at this point? He goes, check the backwoods. And I go, backwoods, like the cigarette? And he's laughing now. I go, backwoods like the cigarette, and he starts laughing. Like, dude didn't start the joke. And he said, don't worry, I'll pull up. And I go, oh, I need to pull up? Do I pull up to the function? And he profusely, after I make a joke about pulling up to the function, he goes, no, don't do that. Like I said, like I tipped him off. Like he was on some like weird like undercover Jack in the Box operation. He was just like, no, don't pull up to the function, don't do that. And this dude, after carrying this bit so long, instead of giving like a finale to it or ending it off on a good note, after calling me, he hangs up mid-sentence. And I never talked to this man again. I never called a Jack in the Box again. I never called the same number. I don't even know where it was. I don't know what state it was in. I completely forgot. It was the funniest experience in my life. It's one thing for the manager to be on the phone and play along with a prank calling bit, but it's another thing to go so hard into the bit that you call them back. Like, we practically got prank called by a Jack in the Box. Like, I don't even know what happened. I don't know. He's chill as hell. I edited a photo together of Jack in the box, the great box in the sky, holding a pack of backwoods cigarettes, and I texted it to the Jack in the Box. I hope I still have that in my conversations and I didn't delete the message, because I spent a lot of time making that, and I find it very funny. Anyway, that is all I gotta say about the great Jack in the Sky.
Can I get a please burger cheese?
Peace.